This program is proudly brought to you by Comcopy, the duplicating specialists. Hi, and welcome to In Between the Sprockets, the movie and video review show with a bent edge. I'm Madeleine Swain. Tonight we're coming to you from the George Cinemas in Fitzroy Street, St Kilda, and we're starting off in the projection room, which is a part of the building you don't very often see. We have rather an eclectic lineup for you tonight. We'll be kicking off with a rather fetching Sophie Marceau, who's managed to escape from Macho Mel's clutches in Braveheart to star in the jolly swashbuckling romp D'Artagnan's Daughter. Then Spiro will be giving us the lowdown on the film version of Tim Winton's novel That Eye of the Sky. We'll have a roundup of what was hot and what was not at last month's Toronto Film Festival. And then it's back to France for La Séparation, starring Isabelle Huppert and Daniel Auteuil. But first up, buckle on your swashes and en garde, it's D'Artagnan's Daughter. Hongi, hongi, ho.
Attrapez-le!
C'est mon gigot?
Et alors?
Vous pouvez m'aider, non?
D'Artagnan's Daughter explores the delightful premise that the famous fourth musketeer has a daughter who has inherited all of her father's bravado and headstrong nature. When her beloved Mother Superior is killed in the convent, it's all the excuse that Eloise, played by Sophie Marceau, needs to rip off her maidenly garb, slip into some sexy breeches and gallop off to find her father, intending to enlist the aging swordsman's help in avenging the non-flying and non-singing nun's cruel demise. Of course, it's not long before she's involved in her first bona fide barroom brawl. Eloise is one of those gals who leaps first and looks much, much later. This leads to all sorts of amusing misunderstandings and twists in the plot. For much of the film, a harmless laundry list is mistaken for a coded message about a conspiracy to kill the king. Yes, it's that sort of movie. Strictly pantomime all the way. Eloise may get in scrape after scrape, but she never forgets to freshen her lippy in between times.
Héloïse, je te préfère nettement dans la tenue de ton sexe. N'engage pas le fait. Parade septime seconde et compte. Et ne retiens pas ta riposte. Ça, c'est la bonne bateau. Aramis. C'est celle de Porthos. Médiocre en académique, mais ça ne se démode pas.
Sophie Marceau is terrific as Eloise. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not exactly talking Hedda Gabler here. There's not much acting required, and my fencing friends tell me that her sword technique is a little ragged, to say the least. But this is obviously a gal with a big future. She's already tried a hand at directing, and in front of the camera, she's certainly very easy on the eye. In the second half of the film, though, writer Michel Levion decides to focus more on the aging musketeers. This is very understandable when you have such reliable stalwarts as Philippe Noiret and Sami Frey on hand, but it does lose sight of what is, after all, the film's most original premise, and that is that the protagonist of this oh-so-traditional Saturday afternoon adventure movie is a woman. But those old boys certainly know how to play the humour.
Ouais, je suis sûr que vous pouvez garder la berline, hein, c'était plus confortable. Et le panache, Porthos? On n'avait pas laissé tout le panache à Cyrano.
Allez, plus vite, messieurs, plus vite.
Elle est autoritaire, hein.
Lorsque je serai au couvent, avec les petites sœurs, vous me laisserez faire. J'ai la manière. Si elle renacle, je le confesse.
Hier soir, tu as manqué un spectacle ravissant.
Un spectacle.
Quelque chose que tu ne verras peut-être plus jamais. Quelque chose comme la comète.
Allez, messieurs, allez.
Mon cheval est à la limite de la courbure. Le mien est en train de fondre.
The most enjoyable aspect of the film was the gentle subversion of the stereotypes. As we've already seen, Eloise is all action, but she's trailed throughout the movie by this charming, but slightly drippy male. He's a poet who spends all his waking hours writing soppy love odes to our heroine, and who can blame him? There's even a scene where she decides that she's going to give herself to him, so she goes into his bedroom, gets into his bed, he's asleep, she gives up and goes away and misses the whole thing. This feminist but fun reading of the film is quite clear and obvious to all viewers. However, queer movie lovers have a long and proud tradition of subverting the images that are presented to them on screen. And I, like many of you I'm sure, have long been a fan of arriving at my own perverse interpretations of seemingly harmless and innocent signs and meanings. In D'Artagnan's Daughter, I was fascinated to see this riveting scene, which is probably the only time in swashbuckling history where the villainess tears open the bodice of our heroine, and those heaving breasts are covered up again by the male villain of the piece. Boo hiss to the male villain, that's what I can say. D'Artagnan's Daughter is the frolic-filled flip side to La Reine Margot. I give it 7.5. That extra half is for Sophie's Lippy because I do like attention to detail in my movies. And next up, Sparrow tells us about That Eye the Sky. See me, doesn't look anything like an eye.
It gets lonely in the middle of the night. There's no one to talk to, except the sky. It looks exactly like an eye. One big eye looking down at you. I reckon that eye looks right around the world. At everyone. My name's Morton Flack, though people call me Ort, for short.